I have these lit candles just to light up the way while I have an open discussion with everybody about love and romance. I'm just gonna adjust my top while we're talking. But so what I wanted to open up a conversation about is love and what it's like to be a hopeless romantic, because I recognize that as I have loved and met people and fallen in love with partners and gone through and moved in and out of relationships, some relationships, I have not so much uh, experience because I am young and I have had about 3 or 4 relationships, but I just wanted to share what it feels like to be so deeply able to feel and what we can learn from that and what I can share with the world. So I find that I feel so incredibly deeply that my love is like a very powerful waterfall, and sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming for the people that I love. But I find as I go deeper into my own journey and spiritual self and my own self-love that the excess love should be for me. The excess love that I want to end up giving to other people is that I should give it to myself. And it's been really a journey to find that love again and feel it so deeply, but without a subject, without a person to project that love onto. And it's what it feels like is this very abundant feeling of just loving happiness and loving myself and having so much love to give that it's almost like having an abundance of fruit, and that I can't eat this much fruit, and that I just want to give my fruit away because there's so much of it, and that if I don't eat it, someone should, because it's so delicious and beautiful and yummy and sweet and powerful that it should be given. And not everyone will like your fruit. Not everyone will want to eat your fruit. Some people are allergic to the fruit that you have. And sometimes, I will find that the amount of love that I give is uncomfortable for people who are not ready to be loved or to feel deeply adored and absolutely just like worshipped from the ground up. And the more I love myself, the more I feel romance within myself without a partner. And the more I want to give my fruit, because they feel ripe and they're delicious, and it's just such a good feeling that I feel so feminine and in servitude to the absolute nirvana and euphoria of love. And it's really important to give it to the right people, because sometimes if you are a hopeless romantic and you just give your love, give your love, give your love, give your love, and people just take your fruits, take your fruits, take your fruits, take your fruits, give it to other people, give it to other people, give it to other people, it can get draining. But not if you choose the right person, people. Well, we are all inclusive. I am polyamorous, and there was a moment where I didn't feel like I was polyamorous because the people that I was in love with weren't doing it correctly. But it's okay because I've fallen in love with myself, and falling in love with yourself gives you the opportunity to show people love the way you love yourself. And there's a physical incapability of showing people more love than you show yourself, because you will get tired, you will feel resentful, and if you grow to love yourself and give to yourself and allow yourself to be in your feminine energy, there's so much abundance and beauty within your own love. And it's so happy. It's a happy feeling to feel love and not actually have to give it away. But it's such a blessing when you do find those people that you can give it to, and they're just so grateful to try your fruit and eat it with so much happiness and gratitude, where they just want to savor every bite of the fruit that you give. And you know that it's right when your fruit doesn't go to waste, and when people don't actually make you feel bad for producing fruit, or make you feel like your fruit isn't tasty enough, because there's such a nectar of life when love is given the chance to blossom. And not everybody is meant to feel the amount of love that you can give, because it can be overwhelming for people, and that's okay. And I just wanted to open that discussion with myself and with the world and the people that watch me, and even connect to more people who feel like they are romantic or romanticize themselves or feel hopelessly romantic, and like sometimes it can be a little lonely in a world that doesn't feel as like doesn't value romance as much as you do internally. But it's okay. It's okay that the world doesn't value self-love and projected love, your self-love projected onto externally, because not everybody is meant to eat your fruit. And it's a beautiful thing when you find people that just genuinely love the oranges or the apples or the watermelons that just come from the garden of your soul. And don't give your fruit away. Just don't give your fruit away. Enjoy your fruit and give your fruit to people who want to sit down at your table and absolutely just love and feast on all the delicious abundance that you have to offer. And there's just so many different aspects to love, and the ways that you can show yourself that you love yourself is by doing things that you love to do, doing things that you used to love when you were a kid, things that you feel called to do but you feel afraid to do, pushing yourself against your own boundaries and pushing past your fears. And also another way to show yourself love is by just working through your fears and working through your trauma and working through all that ancestral bullshit and childhood wounds that no one touches unless they trigger you. There's so many different ways to express love, and if you're able to do those things for yourself and bring yourself to the places that you wish other people would go with you, you could actually find people who are already there, and you don't have to drag people with you to the place of your own love. You can find people who are already at that place, and that place is, sometimes it could be scary not knowing whether people are actually going to be there or not, but when you allow yourself to experience your own freedom and live in the moment, and sometimes you're not meant to expand past just having an amazing moment with a person or an amazing relationship with a person, and then you never see them again. And that's part of relationships, the way death is part of life. And it can be really taxing on one's soul, and it could be really draining to one's self-love when you really want to take people with you, but they are physically incapable of moving their body and their spiritual self with you on the journey of self-love. Because not everyone is meant to love themselves, but not everyone is ready to love themselves. And when that's the problem when it comes down to people, a hopeless romantic falling in love with people who don't love themselves, is that they're physically incapable of accepting the absolute adoration and gratitude and servitude that one can give out of the abundance of love. And you have to accept that not everyone is ready to love themselves enough to accept absolute adoration. And that is a discussion that I just wanted to open, and hopefully people receive it, and it helps people learn about the depth of feeling, because everybody feels at different frequencies and different depths. And I'm a person who can cry very easily. I'm a person who can communicate my feelings very, very easily. I'm a person who can identify what I'm feeling on the inside and really express that poetically, artistically, in self-expression, and being able to open conversations like this even if there's no one to talk to. So if you feel like you aren't able to accept love, it's definitely something to look inward in and not subject other people to, because if you don't love yourself, you will attract people that really do love you, but you will end up hurting them because you do not love yourself. And then that it becomes a vicious cycle, and there's so many different aspects to love that it's okay. It's okay to be where you're at, and it's okay for other people to be where they're at, and it's okay to let people go when they show so much love that it does not resonate with the amount of love that you give yourself. There's so much to talk about and so many words to say, but that is the end of this video, and thank you for watching. And I will be now switching topics on to my next video.